Okay, so in this one, I'm going to talk about basically the Earth Space Dock, which is the main star base, which is where you will probably be spending a lot of your time doing different things. So, what I want to first go over would be just some minor things, things you guys might not know about that you might be curious about. Like, for instance, right here is the tailor. This is where you will change the way you look. You can change your character's appearance. You can pretty much change anything about your character except the race. You can't change the race that you started as unless you pick alien. If you pick the race alien, I think you can actually just change your color, your attributes, all that kind of stuff. So your uniform, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can change your upper part, your comm badge, which is this little thing, which is this thing right here. The rank, which is the thing on the left side. You can add a sash. I don't think you guys will be able to since you weren't part of the event at that time. You can put different gloves on your hand. You can put different chest gear on your hand, on your chest. Then you have your lower body. You can choose a different. You can choose a belt if you have them. Type of pants, type of boots. There's 4 different types of pants, each of which you can will provide different options. Same thing with the upper body. There's a difference between the loose and the tight. That'll give you different options. If you're part of a fleet, which is this game's version of guilds, you can choose between their uniforms. So that's just something you guys might wonder where it is in the game in case you don't like where you don't like what you're currently wearing. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot that the other part. That was the uniform. Where you would go and modify your actual appearance would be on head and body. So if you're an alien, you can be you're very lenient on how you can change yourself. But if you pick something specific like a human or a Vulcan, you're kind of limited. You can't really change your race, like I said before. So this is the tailor. It's pretty simple. It does when you rank up. Sorry, it's being kind of slow because I'm recording also. That's why it looks kind of weird. Every time you rank up, see like right now I'm a Vice Admiral, that's a max rank. Every time you rank up like to Ensign, Lieutenant stuff, you get a free costume change, but every time after that you have to pay a little bit. It's not expensive at all. Right here would be one of the people you can just sell things. Honestly, you never really need to buy things from these people. You really don't, because you'll pick up better stuff. See, these are all common items. They're not really that good, but you would just go to sell, and this is where you would sell some stuff. So that is the yellow area where you would sell things and you will change your appearance. Over here in the green area is also where you'll probably be spending a lot of time. Over here is the bank and the exchange. The bank, or let me show you the exchange first, because the exchange has a lot of stuff to it. Honestly, of all the games I've played, this game's exchange are probably the best that I've ever seen, only because it has so many options. You can search for things by rank, you can search for things by quality, you can search for it by ascending price per unit if you're trying to buy a group of things. You can be even more specific to where if you're looking for something like a duty officer, and then you'll choose a type of duty officer, then it'll go into the specific one. Though that's not something you need to worry about right now. Something that you'd probably start off looking for would be like consoles and equipment. So you could click ship equipment, and then it'll say, okay, ship deflector, ship device, engines, shields, weapons. And then you can, you click search and options will pop up. So let's say I wanted to look for things for a beginner, right? But I want it to be high quality ship weapons. So something that you guys might want to use. Then I click search and options would pop up. That's actually a mistake. This should not be here. But see, it's like Mark 3, Mark 2. Yeah, these should not be here. That's kind of a mess up there. And if you wanted to and then of course you have your name thing here you can search. So if you want to search for beam array, there's one phase Tetrion beam array. So this is just the exchange, you know, something for you to play around with. Like I said, this is in the green area right here. And right next to it, also in the green area, is the bank and the mail. The mail is kind of important in this game because if you want to send things to another character, that's how you'll do it. So here's the bank. And at the bank, you can access your own personal bank. Since you're not gold members, you won't have an account bank, but you'll have access to the fleet bank if you join the fleet. So the fleet here, it's kind of like the guild bank that we had in World of Warcraft. You know, you'd have different repositories. We don't have much because our fleet is small as far as people is concerned. The mail would be right here. And again, you can compose and send mail to anyone. You can actually write a mail anywhere, but you need to come to the mailbox itself to pull out items. Like if you mailed something to one of your characters, you'd have to come to the mailbox to pull it out. So that's the green area. The next would be the blue area. Over here in the blue area is where would be you teach your officers their skills, and where you would create your own fleet. Although I highly recommend against creating a new fleet, even though it's, you know, if we all end up playing it, because it takes a long time to build these guys up. So I'll go ahead and explain these in another video, just for the sake of time. And then last but not least, over here in the red area in the bottom right corner is two important things. So right here, this guy who has this symbol, this is where you'll come to repair your ship. Kind of like in Call of Duty, there's two types of game modes. There's standard and there's hardcore, or not hardcore, but elite. When you play elite, when you die or your ship gets blown up, you take damage or injuries, and those need to be healed or repaired at a station or a medical center. The door I just went through takes you to where you're going to, again, customize your ship, select your ship, and then down there is acquire the new one. So again, kind of like the tailor, you'll go in, you'll say whether you want to customize your shuttle or your starship. You won't start with a shuttle, you'll get one later on, but you'll still be able to customize your starship. So you can choose different design patterns for the different parts of the ship, and you'll see them change. You can see them preview. This ship, because it is a certain way, actually here, you know, let me actually pick a ship that you can see change. The reason that ship doesn't change is because it's a flagship, so since it's a flagship, it won't actually change its appearance. So here, let me just pick this one, just for the sake of being able to show you the full thing. Okay, so as I said, so you have the different for the patterns for pretty much almost all of the ships, except for like a small handful. You can also change the style of the first part. So the saucer is this section right here. So you can change the way this looks. Mostly you'll have, for pretty much any ship, you'll have three options. You know, you can choose that, you can choose it'll tell you right here what's changing. Over here, you can change the color of the paint. Actually, you can't see that. Okay, you really can't see it. This also has kind of been messed up lately. You can choose the different material that your ship will be made out of. You can even choose the different types of windows, which is kind of very subtle just a little subtle thing. You can change the interior of your ship, make it look different. You can also pick a basic template that'll completely convert it to one style of ship. But then again, you can start with a template and then, you know, mess around with it just to make it look different somehow. It'll tell you right here how much it will cost to change it. These yellow coins right here, those are for the gold members. Those are what you spend real money to get. I have some because I'm a gold member. I get a little bit each month. So if you're ever wondering like, okay, can I actually, is what I'm doing free? Is it not going to charge me? You'll see it here. As long as this bottom number is 0, you can do it. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention on the customization for your captain, your character. Shoot, where's my ship? Here it is there's a little box that says show unowned parts. You can unclick that and it'll automatically hide anything you don't own. So as you can see, this guy that I talked to right here, this is where you will pick your different ships. You'll eventually end up with more than one. And then right here is where you'll acquire new ships, but I'm going to pause right here because I'm going to explain the different types of ships in the next video.